In today's video, I'm gonna talk about YouTube, and more precisely about use YouTube intentionally. What I mean about use YouTube intentionally, I mean like using YouTube as a tool that can give you value. So I think that unlike YouTube, unlike Instagram, can actually give you value if you know how to use it. So all these tools in um, all these tools that my generation is used to use, they are all extremely addicted. So if you're not intentional about the usage that you do with your phone and with more in general about social media and the internet, it can be really addictive and it can destroy your life. And that's something that I learned because I started to be really addicted to my phone. I woke up in the morning and the first thing was like a reflection, like to keep my phone. While I was pissing, like I was using my phone. While I was cooking, I was using my phone. Every time I have a bit of a space in my life, like I have to change my clothes or something. Every time I use uh, a video in background just to have some noise in my life, and this um, is extremely dangerous for you and for your intentional life. So in another video we'll talk about what actually mean live an intentional life, but for the moment I would like to focus just on YouTube. So first of all, when I realized this problem, the first thing that I did was like um, clean up the stuff. So like clean up everything. So check my phone, take my phone, check it, and I asked to myself, which of these 20 tools that I have actually give me value, and I delete all the rest. And I kept just two tools. The first one is WhatsApp, for obvious reason. I use WhatsApp for work. I use WhatsApp to have a contact with my family. I use WhatsApp to have a contact with my friends that are in another country. So like, is fundamental for me. They give me value. Maybe for you it's not the same. You can delete it, even WhatsApp, even better. And second, YouTube. Why YouTube? And why I'm here today? Because I think that YouTube is an amazing tool, and is something that the internet gave to us, like in at least initially it was like for a really good purpose, um, to not just share stupid video about people. I mean, at the beginning it was like this, but then it evolved in something more useful and even more stupid in some way. But for example, what is really impressed me is like that once that you know how to speak in English, that for me was not the case before 1 year ago, I realized that I can really have access to all the knowledge, like I would say like 80% of the knowledge of the biggest mind out there. Like for example, if you go check like MIT YouTube channel, the Harvard have a YouTube channel, Stanford University have a YouTube channel. You can follow lesson for free, like 2-3 hours of lesson for free. This is amazing. This is why I think internet is a really an amazing tool. So you should use it for this reason. And so this will lead us to the first point, why I'm using YouTube. I'm using YouTube for learning new stuff, and that's why my channel is focused basically how you can use it YouTube intentionally. Once understood what is the purpose that you want to use YouTube for, you have to schedule your time. You have to schedule the time that you can dedicate to this tool. So don't let the YouTube app being like a mindlessly action that you do. You open up YouTube like you open up Instagram, you open up Facebook every time you have something to do, and then after 2 seconds you realize like why I did that, you know. Yeah, it actually can destroy your attention, your life, your quality of thinking, etc. I will talk about this in another video, but for the moment I would like to give you some practical tools that I learned and that I would like to share with you to how to use YouTube intentionally. So first of all, understand what's the purpose, why you want to use which social you want to use and why. And then once you understand, like for example you want to use YouTube, start on clean up, like tidy up your app. Sorry for the joke, but it's like tidy up completely your subscription list. So check your subscription list is something that no one do it. Like when I heard this at first, like I was like, oh Jesus, I never check actually my subscription list, you know. It's like the followers on Facebook. No one check the followers on Facebook, you know. We prefer like scrolling the home or something, but no one is checking the subscription, you know. So first of all, check your subscription, check how long it is, check it out, like if it gives you really value this channel. For example, like, is this channel make you value for you? Is not? Okay, delete it. Try to be a minimalist, okay? Try to be as much clear as you can. And once that you're actually keeping, like, when you're sure you're keeping just what you want and what is give you really value for you, then you can create 3 playlists, okay? And this is the core. Create just 3 playlists. The first one is about learning, so what you want to learn, because if you don't use YouTube to learning new things, means that you have to delete it. For example, I delete all the other social media because it doesn't give me value, and for me value means learning new stuff every day, and Instagram was not the right tool to do that. Facebook was not the right tool to do that, even Twitter, etc. So keep a playlist up just about learning, knowledge, lessons, something that long video, like 1 or 2 hours video about someone that you really estimate and that it can give you value. In one video I will show you exactly my YouTube. If you are interested about this kind of video, just let me know with a comment. So once that you have created your learning or knowledge, or as you want to call it, playlist, the second one is the curiosity one. So something that you cannot really learn something from it, but it's actually curious. Like, I mean, it encourages you, you know. And so this is really important. I put usually here the kind of video that I see like the trailer, I see like the title, and I'm like, Jesus, this can be something that I will learn one day, but not through this video, but in the future I will. Maybe is an argument, is a topic that I never considered, so I'm curious about it, and I put it in this playlist. The third one is just, I name it listening and chill. So means listening is something like, usually here I put like podcast or long discussion without video, just like, for example, Navarro Vicant podcast or Tim Ferriss podcast, or some kind of podcast really long that is an kind of investment of time, because like it's like you might think right now, but like, how is possible? You told me 2 seconds ago like to schedule my time and to use it intentionally, and now you are telling me to watching long video. Yes. Try to keep your attention span as big as you can. So that's the point, okay? Instagram, all the other tools is just they are designed to propose to you just a short video. It cannot be more long than 1 or 2 minutes, I would say. Like even the video, like no one will watch it. It's always like just a fact about scrolling and scrolling, you know. So Reel is my playlist for the kind of moment that are not scheduled in YouTube. So like I'm not scheduling like, okay, now we gonna listen this 3-hour podcast. But it can be like something that I will using for while I'm doing other things. So for example, if I'm gonna do some work at home, if I'm gonna pass the Uber or do the laundry or clean my plates or whatever, there are 2 options. The first one is just stay with my thought. So just reflect on something and try to clarify my thought. Silence, just focus on what you're doing and everything. It can happen. It's like 80% of the time I'm do some work at home, I use this. This happen, you know. But 20% it can be like, okay, I want to just listen in something, a podcast or something that might be really, it might be curious, you know. It might be something that I'm not gonna really extract note from, but I'm not gonna learn maybe something about it, but it can be interesting, you know. So we can say like it interests you, you know, and you can do something. It doesn't need your full focus and attention. You can do something else in the meantime. Of course, like always is better like if you choose the first one, which is like silence and reflection, you know. But sometimes I'm a human being as well. I'm not like a monk, you know, and so sometimes I like to just listen to podcasts and maybe sometimes it lead me to some argument that I was like, hey, I never thought about this topic. Would be curious if I'm really curious and go deep in this other stuff, you know, and then this will lead you to some to your curiosity playlist, and through that you're gonna go in the in learning new things. So it's all connected, you know. And so yeah, don't keep attention to this 3 hour, you know, but in the meantime do something else and try to get more things that you can, not learn, but just listen to interesting stuff. Maybe you can just listen to the story of someone or an interview about an entrepreneur or someone successful. You say like, hey, how he did this thing, you know. So let's listen about his story, and everything can be just a moment to chill and a moment to, you know. So yeah, then those are the 3 playlists, okay. So every time you open YouTube, the first thing to do is not go on your own, but it's like instead go straight away on your subscription, because in the subscription feed there are just the video that the creator that you follow recently added to the platform, and this is a good way to don't waste your time watching something else that you don't care about. I think it's the best way to do it. So subscription, and then you check. Other step, once you check your subscription list, when you see like, oh, this content creator that I really like, he just posted a new video, you know, do not watch it. Like, don't watch it straight away, the video. Don't be like, don't just scroll and then mindlessly click on it and start watching, you know. First of all, wait a second. Okay, this is really interesting. Click on the 3 points and add to one of the playlists that we just set, and put it there. Leave it there for a while. If the idea of watching this, it came out again during the scheduled time that you are scheduled for watching YouTube, then watch it, of course. If it's the right time, and if you take that time to do that, do it, Another thing is like turn off notification. Turn off notification, turn off notification. This is the main part, okay? Don't let these tools catch your attention, okay? Be intentional means like be focused on what you want to really be focused on. So like if you are at work, if you are at home with your wife, or if you are reading a book, or if you are whatever it is, even if you schedule your time, okay, and you are in the time to watching a TV, it can happen, like in a Saturday night you want to spend 2 hours watching your favorite series with your wife, after a full week with productive stuff and work and reading and writing and good things. You can use 2 hours, to watching the TV with your wife. But even though, turn off the notification, otherwise you will be not focused on what you're really doing. You will be not focused on the present. You will be not focused on what you decide before to focus on, and this is really important. So turn off notification, even in both my social media tools, if you will, that I'm using. They are both with notification off, and usually my phone is always mute. Like if I really often, like, I miss some calls, I miss some message or something, but I don't want to see who texts me or which kind of new video just came out or something. This I don't care. When I'm doing something else, this will be really dangerous, can destroy my attention, So turn off notification, and when you want, intentionally check who texts you on WhatsApp, who called you, which kind of video that are just out, or what's the new things, whatever, you intentionally go there and you open it. Don't let these tools catch your attention once again. So then, you might ask, like, what about if I see a new video in my subscription feed and then I don't know where to put it in, like I don't know exactly straight away in which kind of playlist I want to put it, And this is a good question, So what you can use in this kind of time, in this situation, is just the watching later, putting watching later, Of course, don't let this as the least, the last thing, like the actual option that you have. But like use the watching later if you don't know if you're curious about if you're gonna learn something from it, or if you're gonna just listen and chill. Just put in your watch later, and then during the time that you have scheduled, you can watching later. So like, okay, maybe I'm just curious about this. I will listen when I have a time, while I'm doing other stuff. Oh, this is actually something that I really can extract notes from. And this actually leads us to the last point, which is extract notes from it. Don't just watching the video, like do action while you're watching a video. Do some action, like extract notes, create document, write down stuff. If someone is talking, it is really interesting, or is a lesson or something, like if you were in a university, like if you was in university, the same. Like you're in your, let's say, okay, you put in your calendar 2 hours learning from YouTube. Perfect. You open the MIT, and it's like, okay, computer science course. Perfect. 2 hours. Okay. Don't just listen to it. Don't put yourself on the couch like just listen, mindlessly. just do something, create outputs while you learn new things, and use this kind of tool to learn, to create outputs, to expand your horizon and to expand your minds. Because actually there is this kind of, it's possible to use this kind of tools intentionally. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I'm no one to tell you how to live your life, but I'm just someone that actually changed this kind of habits, and I really took advantage from it. Really a huge advantage. Like my life completely changed from that. You know, I have more time for myself, I have more time to learn things, and I really understood what the value that YouTube can give you to you. I hope this video was helpful for you. I would like to know your opinion about it, so please leave me a comment if you if you intentionally want. So yeah, I will see you the next time. I hope it's gonna be useful, and see you in the next one.